The two perfect competitors in the mid-range segment right now are the Poco F3 and the Xiaomi 11T. Both phones contradict at a lot of points, and today we'll find out which one is better. If you are watching my channel for the very first time, it would be massively appreciated if you can press the subscribe button and help me cross 100k subscribers. And here is the question of the day for all of you. Which smartphone are you using currently? Please let me know in the comment section below. Alright, let's start it off with the design and the build. There aren't so many differences here, both phones for the most part are the same. First of all, the color and the finish. The frosted kind of finish on the white variants of both phones is the same and quite good. These do not pick up fingerprints and smudges. There is glass used on the back and on the front of both handsets, and both are surrounded by an aluminium frame. Yes, the glass, however, is Gorilla Glass Victus on the Xiaomi 11T and it's Gorilla Glass 5 on the Poco F3. Both phones are IP53 rated. The Xiaomi 11T is slightly heavier because of its 5000 mAh in my opinion, and it's also slightly thick for the same reason. Both phones have a dual stereo speaker setup, no micro SD card slot, no headphone jack on either of these. You can see the branding at the exact same place at the back of both phones. This can't be a coincidence. I suspect the same design teams to have worked on both the handsets. If you look at the displays of both devices, you will find the bezels and punch hole to be smaller on the Poco F3. That's because the screen to body ratio of the Poco F3 is 85.9% compared to the 85.1% on the Xiaomi 11T. This is not just it. Although both devices are using an AMOLED screen, the Poco F3 seems to be having a higher brightness of 1300 nits compared to the 800 nits brightness on the 11T. The colors on both screens look the same for the most part. Touch responsiveness is also equally good. These are the 120Hz refresh rate displays, and I had no viewing angle issues or any other kind of issues with these screens. I am quite fine with them as long as they are AMOLED, but on paper, the Poco F3's display is what seems more interesting. As we look at the software, it turns out both phones are using the MIUI 12, just a slight update difference here. The Poco F3 uses the Poco Launcher, the Xiaomi 11T uses MIUI Launcher. Features and most of the elements in the UI are the same. Poco F3 has a couple of additional features, especially the back tap to perform an action feature. I love this feature and I wish this was also available on the Xiaomi 11T. A few more such features help these phones differentiate their software. One of the biggest differences here is in the chipset department. The Xiaomi 11T uses MediaTek Dimensity 1200 chipset and the Poco F3 uses Snapdragon 870 chipset. The Antutu scores you are seeing on the screen are fresh, and you can see that Snapdragon 870 is clearly ahead, and I personally find it a better chipset choice. The Geekbench scores are now also on your screen. To make a very sensible speed test comparison, I edited some videos and images on both the phones, starting off with the Premiere Rush application. Here I added a same 4K video clip on both the phones, and quite surprisingly the Xiaomi 11T was super fast while the Poco F3 took an additional minute. I am quite sure something went wrong with the Poco F3 here, and just to let you know guys, I have also fast forwarded this part to save your and my own time. However, after this, I edited the same clip in the Vivo video application, and the Snapdragon 870 on the Poco F3 all of a sudden showed its power. When I edited the same images in the Lightroom application on both the sides, the Poco F3 was ahead once again. This was a high-res 108 megapixel image taken on the Xiaomi 11T, and I had copied this image for editing on both the phones. And I did the very same thing in the Snapseed application, and this was also easily won by the Poco F3. I also loaded the Asphalt 9 game on both the phones. The game loaded up on the Xiaomi 11T faster. The speed test was good enough for me to judge the performance. If you are a gamer, you are definitely going to enjoy the gaming experience on both of these devices. There isn't a difference and both phones run heavy games smoothly. And in case you don't know, the Xiaomi 11T has the 90 FPS option unlocked for the PUBG Mobile, while there is the Ultra option only on the Poco F3 when it comes to the frame rates for the PUBG Mobile. I don't think that there is a huge overall performance difference here, but if you have to pick one between these two, I think you should go with the Snapdragon 870 because of it being much more well reputed than the MediaTek chipsets. And by the way, both phones in this video have 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. Before I hop onto the cameras, let's talk about the battery. In my very recent battery drain test, the Xiaomi 11T 5G took a beating from the Poco F3. Despite having a bigger 5000 mAh battery, it took 7 hours and 44 minutes for this phone to die, while the Poco F3 with its 4520 mAh battery lasted for 8 hours and 5 or 6 minutes. The Xiaomi 11T does have a whopping 67 watt charging brick, but it doesn't do any magic. In my test, the 33 watt fast charging brick of the Poco F3 performed equally well, and if you care about the battery health, you shouldn't be exceeding 25 watt 33 watt fast charging. In terms of cameras, Xiaomi has tried to max out on the 11T. It's got a 108 megapixels main camera sensor which comes from Samsung. Rest of its camera details are on the screen. The Poco F3 uses a 48 megapixels camera sensor. It's a Sony sensor and I'll put its details on the screen too. I'll just put the camera sensor specs on the screen for all of you to verify everything. The camera app on both the handsets is quite similar. Rear camera video options are the same on both the phones. The Poco F3 can do 1080p at 60 frames per second videos from its front camera. Xiaomi 11T is limited to 1080p at 30 frames per second from the front camera, while all the other options remain the same, and of course you have the 108 megapixels camera capture mode on the Xiaomi 11T, while there is a 48 megapixels high-end mode on the Poco F3. Let me show you the front and the rear camera videos before I take you to the pictures. And by the way, if you have loved this comparison so far, hit that subscribe button and help my channel grow. I really need your support. Guys, welcome to the camera comparison and speed test between the Xiaomi 11T and the Poco F3. This front camera video is being recorded in 1080p at 30 frames per second because this is the common mode available on both the phones. The Poco F3 can do 1080p at 60 frames per second from its front camera, but the Mi 11T or the Xiaomi 11T is limited to 1080p at 30 frames per second only. I can see that the Poco's front lens is a little bit cropped in, and as usual you guys have to be the judge for the voice recording quality of the mics, for the stability and the overall resolution of these front camera videos. Now if you are watching my channel for the very first time, it would be massively appreciated if you can hit the subscribe button. Also, I have a question for all of you. Which Android UI do you like the most? Please mention it in the comments. It will help me with my upcoming videos. Let's move on to the other parts of this comparison now. look at the human subject photos first. The ultra-wide of the Poco F3 produces an image with deeper colors, dark shadows and high saturation. Mi 11T or the Xiaomi 11T's image has everything a little brightened up. The same rule applies to the normal mode too. Here I like the image of the Xiaomi 11T better. In the high-res mode, the shadows appear brighter on the Xiaomi 11T and dark on the Poco F3. And here's the portrait mode image. The colors and the overall look of the Poco F3's image is better, but a more natural and close to original look is being maintained on the Xiaomi 11T. I like the background blur more on the Poco F3 though. Here's an ultra-wide image of a building. In the ultra-wide mode, the Poco F3 often creates a slightly warmer image. Both phones have poor details in the ultra-wide mode. The image of the Xiaomi 11T has a cool color tone. A similar warm tone can be seen here in the image of the Poco F3. Shadows are darker on the Poco F3 again and quite better and brighter on the Xiaomi 11T. The same image in the high-res mode. Here the Xiaomi 11T will always win because of its bigger 108 megapixels camera sensor. Not just the details are better on this phone, it has better shadow management in the high-res mode. It doesn't blow off shadows in the dark mode like the Poco F3 does. A few more ultra-wide, normal and the high-res images will be on the screen. Now at times the Poco F3 may take cooler images, but then the Xiaomi 11T will have warmer images at the same time. These camera sensors work totally opposite to each other. As you can see, a cool tone in the Poco F3's images now and warm tone in the images of the Xiaomi 11T. So far, I have found the details on the much better side on the Xiaomi 11T, and this image on the screen will give you a much better idea about the shadows. Everything is visible in the middle of this building in the image of the Xiaomi 11T while it's dark on the Poco F3. Take a look at some more images now. The details of all the images will be mentioned on the screen, and I would like you guys to judge all the upcoming images and drop your own thoughts and analysis in the comment section. I would just like to tell you that I have found the results from both the cameras equally enjoyable. The main difference is how these phones capture the shadows. The Poco F3 will always darken the shadows and Xiaomi 11T will keep them a little bright. If you want a better visibility in your images, the Xiaomi 11T is the way to go. But if you want deep colors with high contrast and saturation, the Poco F3 Sony lens can do that for you. The color tone difference you are seeing is because of the sensor. I have tested hundreds of phones and I have always found Samsung's camera sensors producing a slightly brighter image with warmer color tone often. Sony sensors always tend to add more colors and more saturation to the image. And anyways, watch these images now and I'll catch you with the night mode images now. Personally, I am not a fan of night mode on these new mid-range phones. Night mode is nothing more than a gimmick. I have said this in my previous videos as well. And on these phones, it needs a lot of improvements to capture noise-free and well-lit images. On these phones, the night mode for now is acceptable. It's fine, it's just not so great. And here you go with the selfies. As you can see, the Xiaomi 11T once again has a brighter look and shadows are being managed very well on this phone, especially the area around my eyes. On the other hand, the Poco F3 has darkened my eyes. Saturation on the Poco F3 is too high and so is the contrast. The Xiaomi 11T will blow off highlights in the background at times, while the Poco F3 maintains the background and subject intact. The depth effect on the handsets is quite good. As I always say, selfies are a subjective choice and you have to tell me which one is your choice between these two. And with this, our comparison comes to an end. At first I thought this was going to be a very difficult conclusion, but once I put both the devices to extreme testing, things became a lot easier for me. Xiaomi 11T's 256GB variant is about $60 expensive for me. I am not sure about other regions. Keeping this price cap in mind, the 256 gigs variant of the Poco F3 makes more sense to me. Here is why. The difference between cameras can be a personal choice, so I'll not comment on which camera is overall better, but I am okay with the result that the Poco F3 delivers. It can suffice for the daily photography needs. In the battery drain test, the Poco F3 easily won despite having a smaller battery than the Xiaomi 11T, and that 67-watt charger of the Xiaomi 11T is not really important to me. I am fine with 33-watt fast charging. Poco F3 and the Xiaomi 11T both are using the same software, same build, same design, so that really can't be a deciding factor here. Poco F3 CPU in my opinion is a better one, more energy efficient, not power hungry like the Dimensity 1200, and I have also seen comments from some users that when the battery is low, the Dimensity 1200 throttles the performance like nothing else. I am sure you are not going to see such issues on the Snapdragon 870 inside the Poco F3. And lastly, the Poco F3 is a more value for money product. I would consider the Xiaomi 11T only if it had costed same or less than the Poco F3. In the end, the ball is in your court and you have to tell me which phone is going to be your choice. Subscribe if you haven't yet and like this video too. The like target for this video is just 2000 likes. I will sign off and see you all in the next one.